And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at a game called Dragons and Chickens. And if you take a look at the box, that is most definitely made to look like Dungeons and Dragons. Dragons and Chickens, I really do like the art in this game. And then I found out that it was a speed game in which you're grabbing something from the middle after people flip over cards. That's going to be a hard sell for me, right? Because there's a lot of these games where you flip things over and then shout something out or grab something from the middle. So this one needs to have some sort of unique hook. Let's see. So the game is going to revolve around these cards, and you're going to be trying to collect these cards, and this deck of treasure cards is going to be split evenly between all the players. In the middle of the table, you're going to put a treasure chest and a shield. And then each player, at the same time, from the top of their deck, flipping them like this away from themselves, is going to reveal their treasure card. Everyone's going to look at all the treasure cards, and whichever one they see the most of, they're going to shout it out. So here I would shout out ring, because there's 3 rings. There's only 2 pearls and 1 cup. And if that's the case, if I'm correct, the first person to shout it out, I would get all those cards. If there's a tie and there's 2 or more that have the same number out there, instead of shouting something out, I will grab the treasure chest here. And again, I'll get all the cards, the first person to do that. Now, sometimes there will be a torch on the wall that's unlit. When that happens, your treasure can be stolen because it's in the dark. So anyone who slaps their hand on it is going to get that card regardless, and that card is not counted in whatever there's the most cards of out there. There's also cards that will show the dragon. Here you can see him just peeping out of the thing. Here he is hiding behind a treasure chest. Here he is waving on the side. This one's pretty obvious, but the dragon will show up. When a dragon shows up, everyone needs to run from the dragon, and you need to put your hand on the shield. All players are going to put their hand on the shield, and whoever's hand gets on the shield last is going to lose all the treasure types they have that are the 2 that are marked on the dragon card. Now, the only way they can get away from that is if they happen to have gotten a chicken card, and a chicken card can be given to the dragon. So that's basically the rules of the game. See what there's the most of. Watching, of course, for unlit lamps. And if the dragon shows up, pretty much everything else is canceled, and you need to hit the cards. And the cards that the dragon takes and steals will be put under his card, and they are essentially out of the game. When everyone has played all their cards, players will count up the treasures that they've gotten, and whoever has the most is the winner. So like I said at the beginning, this is a game where you turn cards over and shout something or grab something in the middle. There is Jungle Speed, and there is really a whole bevy of games in this category. Flip things over, see what there's the most of. I mean, there's just so many of these style games. So what does this one have? Well, it's a Dungeons and Dragons parody. Okay, well, that's okay. I do like the artwork, and here's what I do like about the game. I like that the dragon on the dragon cards, there's like little portions of him hidden. There's too many dragon cards. The dragon shouldn't show up every other turn, but he does. And that's funny and all, but I mean, it's not really interesting to even hit that shield when you haven't got any treasures yet. And this game can be one of those ones where it's not really that long of a game. The box says 20 minutes. That's probably right. It might even be a little long. But the fact is, you can sit there and go, and someone else shouts it out first. Someone else shouts it out first. I need to grab the treasure. Someone else grabs it first. And then the dragon hits you. What do you care? I don't care if the dragon hits me. And so because I don't care if the dragon hits me, then the dragon it's not that big of a deal for anyone else either. And then the chickens, yay, you can give them to the dragon if the dragon hits you. But if you don't have a chicken, it's like, well, try to get chickens. Well, no kidding. You're trying to get all cards. What I'm saying is that even though there's some differences here with the dragon, and I do like the wooden chest, it's a nice piece, and the whole production is good in this game, it's just not interesting enough for me. I will tolerate these flipping things over and doing them, and I especially like them when they're geared towards kids, but this one's not really geared towards kids. Yes, kids can say, oh, there's the dragon, but They rather play something. I mean, I think Holly Golly is better because of the looking at the colors and spatial thing, or maybe even another game because you're looking for cute whatever. This game is just kind of like that game that you bring out to people who play role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons and be like, hey, here's a funny spoof. Oh, it's a speed game. They play it for a laugh, and then they stick it up on a shelf, and they probably won't bring it out again, or maybe just once in a while. And I'm not really a big fan of once-in-a-while games, so I don't actually hate this game. It's okay. But that's really it. It's okay. That's Dragons and Chickens. Dice Tower Judgment? Meh.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.